Well, tonight I'm riding a black unicorn. Welcome to the very last Voltaire video newsletter of 2017. It's the very last one. We're here at Greenwood Cemetery. They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're coming to get you. As usual, we will start with upcoming shows. There are no shows left in 2017. I just played the last one at JekyllCon. It was a lot of fun. I bought a plane ticket to Asia, and I'm going to go to Asia for 3 weeks, and I'm hoping to, I don't know, sit in the jungle or on the beach in Thailand. There's no sirens out here at the cemetery, but there are aeroplanes. I remember the last time I was here, I was thinking what a great place, what a great location this would be to shoot some films, but it's on the way to the airport, so every 2 seconds an airplane goes overhead and makes a lot of noise. In any case, so just played JekyllCon, and I'm going to go to Asia for 3 weeks. I'm going to sit on a beach in Thailand, probably, maybe Indonesia. I haven't entirely decided where I'm going just yet, though I know I'll be going to Hong Kong for sure, because that's where my plane ticket is too. And then I come back, presumably, and if I presumably come back at all in 2018, there's shows. I have my birthday celebration. Will not be in Austin, Texas this year because I've played in Austin 3 times already in 2017. So I'll be celebrating somewhere else that I love to perform, and that is Bar Sinister in Los Angeles, California. And that's going to be on January the 27th. My birthday is the 25th, but we'll be celebrating me being over half a century old. Man, I'm old. Man, I'm old. Dig a grave for me, kids. Grandpa Voltaire is ready to lie down in some dirt. At this point, I'm older than the dirt they're going to put me in, probably. In any case, and then there's some other shows. Oh, blasted. When are they? Fuck. I'm just going to pretend this cup is going to go out into the air, and then I'm going to hold this like this, and I'm going to reach into my pocket because I wrote these down on a piece of paper. Oh, yes. What do I have here? That's, let me just back up a little bit, because there's a hearse of carriage of a horse-drawn coffin. There it goes. You see it? Oh no, you're looking at me. Oh, you missed it entirely. It's okay. It was just a van. So let's see now. Oh, February 3rd, I will be performing at Wicked Fair in New Jersey. Wicked Fair returns, and I return with it, and I'm very much looking forward to that show. It's in Princeton, New Jersey, February 3rd. February 10th, I'm at Galaxy Fest in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and those are the only shows that are booked so far. So LA, Princeton, New Jersey, and Colorado Springs. And some of the shows that are presently in the works are in Dallas, possibly in February, Roanoke, Virginia, possibly in February, and of course I've been invited back to Russia. I don't know exactly when that's happening, but I hope that happens in 2018. And you know, a lot of the other suspects will probably show up. UK, maybe they'll have me back at Whitby, and all over the United States of America. So I hope to see you out there on the road somewhere. And that brings us to books. Well, recently somebody was asking me, what are you doing now that Gothic Homemaking is basically finished, and now that Heart-Shaped Wound is out? You know, what are you going to do next? Well, I abandoned a novel that I was writing called Chichan, you know, based on my Chichan comic book series. I abandoned it because I had to focus in order to be able to make the album, and then in order to be able to work on Gothic Homemaking. But I think maybe now is the time to get back to that story. And so I think maybe while I'm in Thailand, I'll be doing a lot of writing on that. So maybe I'll get back to that. I hope so, because I think it's a beautiful, beautiful tale. I also recently stumbled upon a script for a live-action musical version of Oh My Goth that I was writing at some point and had to abandon for similar reasons. And oh my God, it's so distressing. I just, you know, I got stuck at some point on the story, and because it's a musical, I'm writing songs as I'm writing the script. And I kind of got stuck on a song, and then one day while walking down the street, the song came to me. Melodorous, Melodorous, this moment belongs to us, my dear Melodorous, And can't you see, it's time for you and me to rise up to victory against our enemies, etc., etc., etc. I was so excited to get back into writing that story. I'm going to go down a hill here. This might get a little scary. But then I started reading the script, and it was so distressing because this movie can't get made now. It just can't get made today. The main character, Hieronymus Posh, is a cad, and he is a walking example of all of the worst aspects of, you know, sexual misconduct. And in the 90s, that was hilarious. You know, keep in mind that Oh My Goth, the comic book, was heavily inspired by Rocky Horror Picture Show. And so, you know, he's bawdy, and there's always like some possibility of an orgy that's going to break out somewhere. And he's a terrible, terrible human being. Well, he's not a human being. He's actually an alien from the cemetery planet of Necronus. But, you know, the joke is that he thinks he's very attractive and that he thinks he's very charming. And he has spent millions of years abducting Earth women and thinking that he's entertaining them. And they, of course, are horrified and terrified. And it's a terrible, terrible, terrible thing for them. But he's completely clueless. But now here's the twist. The twist is that it occurred to me that there's two things that could happen with this Oh My Goth musical. One of them is I abandon it completely because times change. Folks, times change, and you either change with them or you become a relic, and I'm a big fan of changing with the times. And things that were appropriate 10 years ago may not be appropriate now, and you have to accept that and move on. So maybe I abandon the project entirely, or I use him as an opportunity to point out just exactly why this behavior is not acceptable, because he was always supposed to be a foil. People were supposed to get the joke that nobody really actually enjoyed his advances, you know. So maybe, I mean, the plot itself is actually the last young lady he beams up is this cute little goth girl named Angel, and she gives him the business. She's the first person to show up and tell him right to his face, like, I don't find you amusing. There's nothing appealing about you, and he falls madly in love with her, and there's nothing he can do to win her heart unless he changes his ways. So maybe there's an opportunity here for a story arc that's got a good message in it. I don't know. So I might pursue that, I may not. I think for the time being I will work on the Chichon novel, which is a really, really tragic and beautiful and sad story that I love very much. And I guess that's it for this video newsletter. That's what's going on in my life at the moment. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, I post there about 8 times a day. It's kind of like YouTube, except a whole lot easier to shoot and to edit. So join me at Aurelio Voltaire. That is my handle there on the Instagram, at Aurelio Voltaire. And I'll see you there, and I hope you have an amazing, wonderful holiday season. Goodbye.